Hey y'all, it's Judah Rebel here back with another fitness vlog. And in this vlog, I'm pretty much going to do a continuation of the last vlog that I had, pretty much talking about the OPT model, the Optimum Performance Training model. So if you haven't seen that video, please go check it out. Anyways, this video, I'm pretty much going to talk about my overall opinion of the OPT model since I've been able, obviously I studied it since February, and I've been able to implement it with my workout regimen and also implement it with my clients that I currently have right now. I've obviously developed my own personal opinion about the training model. I think the model overall is it's a good model to follow to help you reach your goals. However, I feel like with any method, with any model, you're going to have to, or probably going to want to, or need to make adjustments to it to fit your own needs. The model it's perfectly laid out, step by step by step, but there are certain situations where it's like, I don't know if I need to follow it. So I know definitely when it comes to creating programs with the OPT model, it is encouraged to obviously start someone from phase one and obviously work their way up through whatever phases you want to do. Obviously, for example, because I was going through a strength focus, like muscle building program for myself, I did not need to touch phase 4 or phase 5. I went from phase 1, 2 to 3, and like that's where I lived, pretty much. And I have my critiques when it comes to the OPT model and those phases. So phase 1, the stabilization endurance phase. That phase, personally, is the most boring phase I've ever come across. I'm not gonna lie. When I was taking myself through that phase, I was actually taking my best friend, who was one of my clients, through the phase. I was taking my father through the phase, and I literally told them, and I continue to tell people, I was like, look, this first phase is gonna be boring as hell. Now, if you do it correctly, you're going to get a workout in because it can be challenging, especially for someone who hasn't worked out recently or hasn't worked out, consistently. However, it could be very boring when it comes to the exercise choices, the length of the exercises, and more. So I told myself this, I'm going to take myself through this phase when I put myself in that 2-month program. I'm going to take my father through it. I'm going to take everybody through it, but it is a boring phase. I have to say, I think the recommendation is to stay in that phase for about, I think 4 weeks is what it's saying. At least like 4 weeks. I think that's completely no. That's a no to me. I don't like that at all. I'm like 4 weeks in that phase, you will die of boredom. I kid you not, you will die of boredom. And I think especially when it comes to those who are, I don't want to say experts in working out, but those who work out consistently, those who've been to the gym, that have been through programs, have had themselves in the gym and exercising in any way, shape, or form, I don't think that phase is extremely necessary for someone to go to the next phases and do what they got to do. I literally had myself and I had my father on this phase for like 2 weeks, and I said, we're out of it. We're done. We're done. Because it's so basic, and I get the point of it, but I don't think it is necessary for anyone who has been working out or has worked out before and knows the gist of going through exercises. Now, when I look at phase 2, like I said, personally, I like phase 2 and I like phase 3. Phase 2, arguably, in my opinion, is probably one of the most challenging phases because, especially when it comes to resistance training, when it comes to cardio, it's just more challenging. I'm like, when resistance training, you do supersets. When it comes to cardio, it's pretty much a higher speed of intervals going back and forth when it comes to doing your cardio training. And like I said, I really have no critiques to that. I think, however, the requirements for the phase, for the exercises with the supersets and how you go about it might be, and it could be a good thing. Some people say, no, gee, that's a good thing. I'm like, it could be too challenging. It could be too difficult for someone to possibly do it. So it's pretty much, you have to do strength exercise. You have to do a strength exercise for, usually it's going to be in the range of 6 to 12 reps with, with like a moderate intensity. I'll say the intensity, it's supposed to be between like 65 to 75. It's supposed to be between like 76, 85% intensity based off of your 1 rep maximum, which is what you can do in 1 rep. Like how much weight could you do 1 rep of for a particular exercise? That's the idea for it. And then you go right into a stabilization exercise, working pretty much the same muscle group, but having to go at that slow 4-2-1 tempo on an unstabilized surface. That could be very difficult. That could be very difficult to pull off in multiple sets. You could probably do it for 1. You probably do it cleanly for 1, maybe 2. But if you get to the 3rd one, you're gonna reach fatigue. You're gonna fail. Not to say that's a bad thing, but it could be challenging. So when I looked at that, I was like, there might need to be adjustment on how this phase is pretty much approached, because it could be, you could probably burn yourself out a lot quicker than you want to. And also you want to make sure that someone stays safe. So I feel like the parameters of that phase need to be tweaked. Or, if you're following the model yourself, if you're trying to pay people based off the model, I would tweak it, because that is very challenging to go through that phase and to get through that like that, with that. Phase 3, hypertrophy. I like it. I mean, it is what it is. Usually in this phase, the amount of sets that you want to do for a particular exercise is 3 to 5, and then the amount of reps you want to do is 6 to 12 reps. And obviously the weight is going to be it's going to be pretty much like 75 to 85% of your 1 rep max, or pretty much, if you don't know what your 1 rep max is for the particular exercise, 75% will probably be on the lower end. Like 75% will probably be like 3 sets, 6 reps, and 85% will be 5 sets, 12 reps. And that's how it is. I really don't have much opinions about that phase, really, in regards to it. The requirement might be also difficult, in the sense that if you have to do 75, 85% your 1 rep max, and you have to do it, and then obviously the rest time could be pretty much between like 0 to 60 seconds. So you can obviously adjust how long you rest between each set. It can be challenging for you to power through. So I would say that I think the range is good. Maybe might want to lower it down from 75% to maybe 70 or even 65, just for beginner. Like, just if you're like, your body's not used to a particular exercise, it might be a little bit more difficult for you to get to. Other than that, I like that phase. I spent most of my time in that phase during my first program, and then the new program that I have myself on, which I will have a video talking about that one. Pretty much puts a lot of I spend a lot of time in phase 3, pretty much. But yeah, that phase is good. Phase 4 and phase 5, when it comes to maximum strength and power, I haven't really touched those particular phases just yet myself. So I can't give my own true personal opinion about them and the effectiveness of them. I do know in these particular phases, since you're going to be utilizing like heavier weight, it's going to be the intensity is going to be like damn near close to max. You're going to have to, it's going to require you, you're not going to do as much sets, you're not going to do as many reps, you're going to have to rest a little bit longer. Like, I think for both those phases, the idea is between each set or whatever, you have to rest at least 3 minutes, because you have to give your body to recover to the point where it can perform back at that intensity for another set, which is, makes sense. But, depending on your goals, some people might look at that as like, yo, that's completely ineffective. Like, why would I do that? Why would I wait 3 minutes for a set? And my body can get cold and stuff like that. And that's probably my argument. I can see that happening too. But also, I'm also the type of person where I don't think you have to go damn near the max to reach the results you need to reach. I think there are ways and different methods in which you can stay at a safe, accurate weight of resistance and everything to perform your exercises to reach the goals that you seek. But that's pretty much my opinion overall of the OPT model. I like it. I'm going to continue to incorporate it into my workouts. I'm going to obviously incorporate it into the workouts that I do have with my clients, and I'm pretty much gonna use the OPT model as just like a foundational starting point, and then as I incorporated out, make adjustments and tweaks here and there so that it makes sense. It's the program that I have for my clients, myself, are like as safe as possible, because safety is #1 priority to get it done. So following the OPT model to a T, I don't think is honestly I don't really think it's possible to follow it exactly to T. You're gonna have to make some like tweaks. But at the end of the day, you make it based off of your opinion. It's like, it's your opinion, your feel. It's like, if you're doing the program yourself, you're working out yourself, and you're following this, it's like, I don't like it this way, make it, tweak it in the way that you want. Also, if you're training people based off this model, also tweak it so that it can help them reach their goals. But yeah, so overall, that was my opinion of the OPT model. Like I said, I will continue to use it in my own way. Just like that. So yeah, guys, if y'all like this video, please leave a like, please leave a comment. If you do have the knowledge of the OPT model and you put yourself through it, or you train people through it, like, what is your opinion on it? Do you like it? Do you just straight up don't like it? Do you use it but switch it up sometimes? Like, how do you utilize that as well? And also compare, give some comparisons to other models and methods that you've learned as well. Please let me know. I want to know. I want to keep learning. And also, please subscribe to stay up to date on the next vlogs that I have, the next, personal training videos I have, and then also the next workout videos I have. So yeah, so pretty much until the next video, Rebel out. Peace.